Welcome to Wise Elders Stories channel. Subscribe to Wise Elders Stories channel for more valuable insights. If someone had told me that at the age of 77 I would have to stay in a nursing home for 2 months, I would have laughed. I never thought that I would need to go there, at least not at this time, but life sometimes has a way of surprising us, making us learn important lessons when we least expect it. At first I thought I was only going to the nursing home temporarily to rest and recover, but those 2 months changed the way I view life. And what I thought I understood clearly there, I met many people, some of whom had been there for years, some still visited by their families, but many were left all alone. This made me think a lot about how we live, about connection and the choices we make in life. Some have found peace, but many feel regret. Through life stories and long nights of reflection, I realize that whether you are young or old, life is always full of challenges and lessons. Now I will share 7 lessons that I believe everyone, young or old, needs to hear, because no matter how young you are, one day you will grow old, and when that time comes, how will you live your life? First, I realize that loneliness is the worst disease that old age brings. You may think that a nursing home is just a place that provides healthcare services, but in reality the greatest challenge is not physical problems, but loneliness. There are people who live here without anyone visiting them for months, even years. Their children are busy, their friends have passed away, and no matter how caring the staff is, they can never replace family love. The most painful thing about old age is realizing that the world keeps in your absence. I find myself reflecting on the importance of nurturing meaningful connections rather than merely pursuing career ambitions and financial gain. This realization stands out as a profound lesson learned. Ultimately, it is the deep, sometimes challenging relationships that enrich our lives. Additionally, I recognize that health is an invaluable treasure that cannot be purchased with wealth. I once encountered a prosperous individual who possessed an abundance of property, luxury vehicles, and had journeyed extensively. However, as his health declined, he found himself unable to do anything without assistance. He could no longer eat on his own or move freely, and the wealth he once had now seemed meaningless when his body no longer followed his commands. Money can procure many things, but it cannot restore what has been lost. If I could turn back time, I would prioritize my well-being by exercising consistently, eating nutritious foods, and managing stress. Ultimately, no amount of wealth can bring joy if health is compromised. I've come to understand that material belongings fade in importance. In the past, I filled a house with furniture, clothing, and decorative items gathered over the years. Now, I reside in a modest room with just a few essentials, and the memories of those possessions have faded. What we tirelessly collect throughout our lives will, in the end, lose their value. What truly holds significance are the memories we've crafted and the individuals who have journeyed alongside us. If given the chance to revisit the past, I would focus on forging unforgettable experiences rather than amassing possessions. 4th, goods independence is an invaluable treasure. Picture a life where you have the freedom to make your own choices, and then suddenly find yourself relying on others for basic tasks like dressing, eating, or even using the bathroom. This is the everyday reality for many individuals in nursing homes. If you still have the ability to move freely, think clearly, and manage your own affairs, cherish that gift. Don't overlook what you possess, for when independence slips away, you come to understand that it is the most precious aspect of life. True happiness often stems from the simplest of things. I encountered an 85-year-old woman whose smile radiated joy. When I inquired about her secret to happiness, she responded, "I don't dwell on what I've lost, I cherish what I still possess." This encounter enlightened me that true happiness lies not in grand gestures, but in the appreciation of life's small moments. An enjoyable dialogue, the comforting embrace of a warm cup of tea, or the gentle caress of sunlight on your skin when you cease your quest for joy in far-off realms, you will come to understand that it has always resided in the simplest of things. In my 6th realization, I came to understand that forgiveness is a pathway to inner peace. During my time at the nursing home, I observed many individuals burdened by grudges against their children, friends, and even those who had long since passed. It became clear to me that those who clung to bitterness were the ones who endured the greatest suffering. They inflicted no harm on their adversaries. Instead, they were the ones trapped in pain. One woman confided in me her regret over not forgiving her sister while she was still alive, and those words resonated deeply within me. I recognized that holding on to pain only leads to personal suffering. Thus, I choose to forgive, not because others merit it, but because I seek my own peace. Releasing animosity has granted me a profound sense of liberation, akin to shedding burdensome stones I had carried for far too long. If there is someone in your life who deserves your forgiveness, I urge you to take that step today, for your own tranquility, not theirs. In the grand scheme of existence, pride fades, while peace remains paramount. I've come to understand that each day is a precious gift. One morning, I awoke to the news of a resident who had peacefully passed away in his sleep after enjoying dinner and sharing joyful memories. This stark reality underscored the fragility of life. Regardless of our health or caution, the future remains uncertain. We often squander precious moments fretting over events that never unfold, lamenting the past, and neglecting the present. We often find ourselves saying, "One day I'll do this," but that day may never arrive until it's too late. The most profound lesson I've absorbed is to embrace life wholeheartedly while we still can. Don't hold out for the elusive perfect moment to savor life, as it simply doesn't exist. Act now, express to your loved ones how much they mean to you. Forge memories instead of waiting. Cherish each day as if it were your last, for when your time comes, you will not lament what you did, but rather the moments you let slip away. My brief 2 months in the nursing home imparted this significant truth. Life transcends mere years, it is defined by the richness of our moments. Each moment is crafted not just by significant events but by the daily choices we embrace. Within the nursing home, some reflect on their lives without regrets, having loved deeply and found peace. Yet, others ponder the roads not taken, yearning for a different journey. What I've come to understand is that aging transcends the mere count of years, it revolves around the richness of each moment lived. I no longer dread the passage of time, but I do fear squandering it. If you're listening to this, let me remind you that regardless of your age, don't postpone recognizing the importance of health, relationships, and your life's purpose. When memories are all that remain, you'll long for the experiences you could have embraced. Life is fleeting, live it with intention. Embrace love wholeheartedly and cherish each day as a precious gift.